No one noticed the Mercer house changing at first. That's exactly how it wanted it. By the end of August, neighbors on Hollow Creek Road began waking up exhausted, not because of nightmares, but because something kept them awake without letting them remember why. They would sit up in bed, hearts racing and ears ringing, certain they had been listening to someone talk for hours, yet their rooms remained silent. The first real warning came when Elaine Parker found her bedroom mirror fogged from the inside, with 3 words smeared across the glass by a fingertip. "I heard you." When Elaine screamed, the Mercer house answered from across the street. People said the house had always been wrong, too narrow, too tall, as if it had been stretched upward by something underground. Its windows reflected nothing, not trees or sky, only darkness even at noon. The whispers didn't start loud. They began as a pressure, a sensation of someone leaning close behind your ear, breathing too slowly and too patiently. By the second week, the whispers learned names. By the third, they learned secrets. A man named Victor claimed the house repeated a sentence he had only thought once: "If she knew the truth, she'd never look at me again." That night, Victor tore the walls open with his bare hands, convinced the voice was trapped inside. They found him dead the next morning, with his tongue bitten nearly in half and the inside of his skull scraped raw, as if he'd been screaming inward. When police searched the house, the air inside was warm and wet. The walls felt soft under pressure, and when an officer leaned in close, he swore the paint puckered like lips. They found no furniture, no dust, only hundreds of grooves in the floor leading inward. Soon, the town started losing people quietly. Beds were left warm and doors remained locked, while phones sat charging until they melted. Every disappearance left something behind, a voicemail of nothing but breathing, a journal of apologies written backward, or a recording of someone begging for something unnamed. That's when the whispers became commands. "Come finish your sentence, say the rest, and you owe us your voice." Teenagers filmed the house, but their footage always corrupted, leaving only the audio. One clip captured a chorus of whispers chanting names of future victims in perfect rhythm. The boy who posted it vanished within the hour. His phone was later found inside his chest cavity, still recording. A former deputy, Charles Rowe, entered the house alone and emerged hours later, barefoot and bleeding from the ears, smiling so hard his jaw cracked. He spoke once before dying in the hospital, saying, "It's not a house, it's a mouth." The final investigation team brought industrial saws to cut into the walls, and the house screamed. Inside were not wires or speakers, but hundreds of moist, living throats stitched together and whispering. In the basement, they found the heart, a massive knot of soundproof flesh with pumping veins and twitching microphones. Names were carved into bone, layered into the concrete, some crossed out, some chewed away. At the center sat a chair with straps worn smooth by panic and a microphone lowered to mouth height. As the walls leaned inward hungrily, the team tried to leave, but the hallways shortened and the doors sealed. The whispers turned into accusing screams, and the last transmission captured a voice saying, "We didn't take them, they stayed." Although the Mercer house was burned and the fire screamed back for 3 days, the whispers didn't stop. They began coming from vents, radios, and from inside people's heads. Doctors reported patients waking with mouths sewn shut by scar tissue, yet some spoke anyway, their voices coming not from their throats, but from the walls. To this day, Hollow Creek Road has no mirrors, no one whispers, and no one apologizes, because the house is still listening, and it is still hungry.